Have you ever tried to free yourself from someone, and even knowing that person is destroying you, you still go back? Have you ever asked yourself why you can't leave someone who hurts you? Why is it that even after so many fights, tears, and broken promises, you still go back? Maybe what you call love, God is trying to show you, is actually a prison. And today, through this message, He wants to open your eyes, because there's an Egypt inside of you, and you need to leave it once and for all. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to hear might be the exact answer you've been praying for a very long time. There are people who need to break up with relationships that are terrible, disastrous, and relationships that not only add nothing to your life, but drain the very best of you. That person only hurts you, only takes, never gives. And you know it. You've cried about it. You've prayed for clarity, and God has shown you. Yet, you keep holding on. A powerful, invisible connection, what we call emotional dependency. Emptiness, or, in spiritual terms, a prison of the soul. It's like something inside of you is whispering, even though they hurt me, I still need them. But the truth is, it's not love. It's dependency. And dependency is a prison disguised as a hug. You're afraid to break it off because you think you'll be alone, because you believe no one else will love you, because you've gotten used to the bare minimum. You've mistaken crumbs for a full meal. But real love doesn't destroy. God's love frees, transforms, and heals. Then one day, you finally gather courage. Maybe after a sincere prayer, a friend's advice, or a silent cry from your soul. Suddenly, everything becomes clear. You look at that person and say, if it's already like this, while we're just dating, what will marriage look like? If it's already a living hell in the beginning, what's waiting for me down the road? You gather strength. You decide to walk away. And you do. But what should be liberating hurts. The day of the breakup feels like an emotional death. Your heart tightens. Your mind screams. Your body aches. It feels like you'll never recover. You can't stop thinking about that person. You replay conversations, memories, smells, laughter. And you ask yourself, why am I suffering so much, even knowing this person was bad for me? The answer is harsh, but it must be said. You're emotionally addicted to someone God has already removed from your story. The pain is real, but it doesn't mean your decision was wrong. It just reveals how deeply enslaved you were. In the days that follow, everything reminds you of what you lost. The song that plays, the places you went, the piece of clothing left in the drawer. Everything triggers memories, and you cry. But slowly, life starts blooming again. You take steps, one per day, one at a time. It's like walking through a desert, dry, difficult, but necessary. With time, something shifts inside you. After 1 month, the pain is lighter. After 2, you begin to smile again. After 3, you barely even think about them anymore. But there's still a silent bond being dismantled. Emotional dependency is like cancer, and you're in treatment. And like every treatment, it takes chimmy discipline and distance. But then the greatest danger arrives, the relapse. 3 months later, you see that person, or you receive a message, or find an old photo, and just like that, you fall back. Everything you built collapses. Every mile you walked disappears. You go back to Egypt. You return to emotional slavery, back into the cycle of pain, back into the same desert God already rescued you from. And what's worse, now the pain is greater, because this time you know it's wrong, but you can't stop. You go back to calling love what is really emotional attachment, soul void, and confused identity. This return to Egypt happens because you never created the emotional distance needed for full healing. You still want to know about their life. You still check social media. You still feed fantasies, but unless you cut all ties, true deliverance will never come. God wants to heal you, but you have to do your part. Step away, cut the ties, resist going back. It's like a nicotine addict who's been clean for a year and decides to smoke just one cigarette. The relapse comes like a monster, and it destroys everything, and the pain even stronger, because now you realize it's not just that person destroying you, you're sabotaging yourself, because you didn't know how to endure the discomfort that healing demands. And this is where God's power steps in. He shows you. He convicts you. He holds you, but He won't do what only you can do. You need to sever the bond. You need to stop calling love what is actually captivity. If you don't, you'll remain emotionally enslaved forever, endlessly begging for affection, living off emotional leftovers. And you were not created by God for that. You were created to love, yes, but to love in a healthy, free, and whole way. A love that builds, that strengthens, that walks with you through deserts, but never drags you down. Any love that doesn't cross the desert with you is not from God. Pollyanna, the children's book character, always wanted to find the bright side of everything, even of what was harmful. But adult life requires emotional maturity. It's time to abandon this glad game and face the truth. The truth is, there are situations with no bright side. There are people who are toxic. There are relationships that are prisons in disguise, and you need to break free from them. This victim mask, nobody understands me. It needs to fall off because it's delaying your life. God doesn't want you to live in self. He wants you to cross the desert. With pain, yes. With tears, yes. But moving forward. Always forward. Moses stood before the Red Sea. Behind him, Pharaoh's army. Before him, an impossible sea. And what did God say? Tell the people to move forward. Exodus 14:15. There's no point in praying if you stay stuck. Miracles only happen when you move. The sea didn't part until their feet touched the water. Your deliverance also requires action. You've already left Egypt, but Egypt hasn't left you. You must break from the emotional past, from the memories, from the longing for something that hurts you. And yes, it's possible, but it will take courage. It will take boldness. It will take saying no, even while your heart bleeds. God will not abandon you during the process, but the process must be yours. You already know what to do. You've prayed, you've cried, you've heard God speak. Now it's time to obey. Move toward your freedom. Move toward your healing. Move even with fear, even with pain, because only those who trust will walk, and only those who walk will reach the promised land. Don't go back to Egypt. Don't restart what God has already ended. Don't look for love where there is only captivity, because those who go back to Egypt die in the desert. but those who trust and move forward inherit the promised